Good morning.
Good morning, Matt, Harold.
Morning.
Always a pleasure.
Let's start with you, Easton. 544, huh? That's all you got? That's your best bolt? My
Yes,
goodness,
sir.
dude. Here we go. Here it is on tape for those of you that might. Oh, my goodness.
I mean, Easton, did you know you got it when you got it? Holy smokes. Was that off the third facade?
It was. It was. This is actually in the final round. The 544 and 525 came in the preliminary round. And I'll let Easton kind of go ahead and take over from here.
Holy smokes.
Well, honestly, before I was kind of joking around saying I want to hit the Jumbotron, and I guess I just hit it. I really had, goal was triple deck, and I wasn't no expectation to hit the video board. So
Triple deck. Easton, how big are you? How tall are you?
I'm 6'4", about 230.
Dang.
Yes, sir.
And you're a junior in high school right now.
Yes, sir. I turned 17 in September of this year, so.
All right. So, Brian, Matt's going to turn it to you, man. We got to get some background. Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, Brian, give us the background for viewers right now that are unfamiliar with the event. I know it's in its 17th year. It's a wildly popular event in our circles, but give us the whole big picture on the Power Showcase.
Well, it's been around a while, and what we wanted to do was provide a platform that encompassed everything that I think parents and players want to be part of, where you're in front of all the major league teams on scout day and some college coaches. The players are acknowledged at a welcome dinner where they're in a tuxedo or a suit and tie, and they're acknowledged at home plate and presented with their game jerseys. Then the fun stuff begins. Now they get a chance to hit in a major league stadium with 6 different cameras set up, and you have all these different data collecting platforms like Yacker Tech and Blast Motion, TrackMan, Hit Tracks, you name it, it's there. And then they get a chance to close out the event by playing a 4-hour, 12-inning Major League produced All-American game. And then we also have the Home Run Derby finals. The videos are quite legendary, and I think the event truly leading up to it does bring out the very best within every player, because you're not going to take any shortcuts leading up to this event. You're going to get in the best shape of your life. There's continued self-discovery, and it's a lot of fun. And obviously, watching Easton do that, he hit 4 500-foot home runs, and that's incredibly impressive.
It's awesome.
So, yeah, I'm glad you brought up the All-American game, because the next question was going to be, Easton, can you hit a breaking ball? So, obviously, if you're in an All-American game, you can hit. You can hit. I was just kind of being facetious about that. So, Easton, from your standpoint, tell us when you learned about this and why you participated.
Well, I've kind of always known about it because it is a very big event. There's always been a bunch of great players go through it. And Brian got in contact with my dad, and I was excited. He had the opportunity to hit in a big league stadium, so I was all down for it. I was ready to go.
So, Brian, did you see videotape of him prior to, or you heard from, obviously, scouts and different people? How do you unearth a kid like Easton?
Well, Easton's a top prospect. So, he and his father, we've actually been in contact, 4 or 5 years ago when he was coaching with another great travel organization called the Banditos. And so Easton's kind of been on the radar, and his father and I spoke last December. And then he sent me some recent video of Easton hitting in a home run derby out in Arizona and just launching one, off into the night over the light towers. And I said, man, oh man, we've got something fun, and I think that he's got the ability to reach that 500-foot mark, and he sure did.
What a club this is. We love the names in this with Bryce, with Tristan Casas, Daniel Vogelbach, a lot of big league players, a lot of players that were top draft choices that have gone through the Power Showcase. Easton, do I have this right? You're a UT commit? You're going to be a Longhorn potentially?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The University of Texas.
Okay, that is until some major league team comes along with a huge signing bonus and says, hey, come play for us instead. But this is really great. Congratulations on the UT commit. His
exit velo on the 544 was 124.7 miles an hour.
Holy smokes.
And, yeah, and now I don't know if the guys can get to the video, but there's actual video of the ball hitting and damaging the panels in the video board, and the technicians and the engineers that built the stadium and put the video board in right field said it was virtually impossible for a human being to hit the video board. And obviously Easton had some fun with that.
What stadium were you at, by the way? Where is this?
That was Global Life for the All-Star Game and MLB Home Run Derby.
Wow. So what are you doing with a wooden bat, Easton? How far are you hitting balls with wood?
I think I hit one 470 at the Power Showcase with my wood bat. 470 something, I think. But I know I've hit a few like 460. I've hit a bunch of 460s and some BP on Rapsodo and stuff. So.
Well, it looks like you're not sitting there trying to grunt and fall down and swing as hard as you can. You're swinging pretty easy, free and easy.
My goal is not to get too tired too quick. You know, the 20 swings, possibly 30, 40 swings, that's a lot of swings in a row like that. So my goal is to be pretty smooth with it.
So we may be seeing you at the All-Star game with they have the high school players.
These are Stanton-type numbers, by the way. A $124 exit velo, 540 feet. These are Stanton-type numbers. Who's your favorite big league player, Easton? I'm curious about that.
Bryce Harper.
Good one. A good one to emulate.
Nice
And another Power Showcase alum, Brian, a proud alum. Here's some vintage Bryce video down in Tampa. This is at the Trop.
It was, yeah.
That's good
So Brian, let me ask you. You know, you've been doing this a number of years now, and you were the first one that alerted us about Bryce doing that way back in the day. You've had a number of players come along. Have you seen power like? Obviously, the numbers just say so, but have you seen power like Easton? Anybody you want to compare him to? What you've seen coming through?
Tristan Casas was another one. Another 6'5" lefty. Just easy power. The rotation and the acceleration through the rotation is where I think a lot of his power comes from. And the way that Easton keeps his head so still to the point of contact allows for him to kind of recognize that slider or curveball and the characteristics of that pitch and get locked in and make that adjustment. I mean, he's the real deal, and it's exciting to be part of his future for sure.
Hey, last thing, you want to participate in this? How do they go about contacting you?
Parents, a lot of parents will reach out through social media, Facebook, and then I spend a lot of the year actually reading a lot of reports and watching video and looking at certain exit velos from certain events, and then watching video, like I said, and then reaching out to those parents and players and seeing if they think that this is a good fit, to come and compete in something like this, because you can't hide. Like, you got to be ready and you got to be prepared.
So this is a select thing. This isn't like anybody's.
Oh yeah. This is not the punt, pass, and kick contest that you sign up for at your local Kinney shoe shop. Boy, did I just date you and I, by the way? Kid that grew up in the 70s. Brian, we appreciate the time and sharing some of this with us, as you always do. And Easton, congratulations to you. And man, you got a bright future ahead of you. I'd like to be in the room, by the way, when there's a scout talking to you and your dad, and the scout says, "Yeah, but can he hit behind a runner?" Yeah, I hit it 544 feet, old man. Beat it. Way to go, guys. Thanks for being on with us.
Quickly, I'll be super quick here. The morning of the finals at 6 a.m., Easton was up because he had to go mow lawns to make some money. And then he showed up to the Homer Derby finals.
That's our kind of dude.
Yeah,
that's our kind of dude.
Exactly.
Way to go. Thanks for coming on, guys. Congrats again.
They'll be mowing his lawn soon.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, way to go, guys. Thank you.
Thanks for coming out today. As you can see, we have scouts from nearly half of Major League Baseball's organizations here today to watch you. And the purpose of the showcase is we're trying to identify, we're trying to judge your 5 tools. 5 tools are hit for power, run, defense, arm strength. So this short showcase give you guys a chance to showcase your skills at all 5 tools.
Representing California, first baseman out of Granite Hills High School, Keegan Faier.
Now stepping in the backstage, representing California, please welcome Keegan Faier. That's going to do it right there. Keegan Faier finishing up his 15-round round. Thank you, sir.
Chavez pitch. This one hits weakly up the middle. They're going to try to get the runner at second base, and they did. That's a tough play.